Is it ever the right thing to quit your goal? You see, quitting is not an easy thing to do. You may have spent a lot of time and energy into reaching your goal, and you may be wondering, is it really worth it to quit at this stage? Or you might be thinking, am I giving up too soon? Maybe I should push a little bit harder. And those are valid questions. But you see, sometimes quitting is the right decision to make because physically, emotionally, and mentally speaking, that's the right thing to do. Of course, in a separate video, I talked about the fact that if you're quitting because you think you don't have the ability, that's the wrong reason to do it. Don't quit because you think I don't have the ability, because you're probably wrong. Think of a role model who has made success happen for them in a similar situation to yours, and be honest with yourself. Is it about the ability, or is it about planning, goal setting, execution, and consistency? But there are two instances that it's okay to quit a goal. And based on positive psychology and research done by Dr. Halverson, it's completely fine to quit your goal if you're in these two situations. Number one is when you don't have the resources, especially the time and energy, to make success happen for you. You see, there's only so many hours in a day. If you're working 60 hours in a day and you want to make $1 million business in just 3 months, that's not realistic. That's probably an unrealistic goal, and you'd better let it go. Of course, you can change the time frame, or maybe you can get back to this goal later on, but right now, this goal is unrealistic, and you'd better quit that goal. And the second instance, when it is okay to quit a goal, is when pursuing a goal is costing you too much, and it's causing you to make a lot of sacrifices that you don't want to make. I'll give you my case as an example. 20-something years ago, I entered med school. I trained as a medical doctor. But I didn't know what I was getting into. I wasn't passionate about medicine. I hated the books. I hated the emergency room. And I say this with my utmost respect for doctors. My brother and sister are both doctors. But that wasn't meant for me. I wasn't good material for being a doctor, a medical doctor. So I pivoted into training, teaching, and eventually coaching and consulting. So sometimes it's just too painful. It's just too costly. And you consciously decide that I don't want to do this. This is too painful and too costly for me. And I want to quit that goal. So in summary, don't quit your goal if you think I don't have the ability. You're probably wrong. But do consider giving up your goal if you don't have the resources, especially the time and energy, or it's too painful or simply too costly for you.